By the time you hear this, the moon has already made contact. And tomorrow, June 26th, it completes a move that was never meant to happen in this version of reality. This isn't a manifestation moment. This is a rupture point, a line of cosmic code that decides which version of you stays in the storyline and which one gets archived. You felt it glitching, the social static, the way even your closest friendships suddenly feel off frequency. You're not imagining it. Your emotional network is being rerouted. Because this new moon, it's not just dark, it's deleting what can't follow you forward. And if you're not synced before the clock flips, you'll wake up inside a version of your life that no longer fits. This moon event is not just a phase in the night sky. It is a sacred turning point, a divine recalibration of your inner world. The new moon opens a spiritual portal that doesn't merely invite change, it activates it. This is the kind of energy that stirs your soul awake, reminding you of everything you were always meant to become. It's a cosmic signal that your next chapter isn't waiting for you to be ready. It's already unfolding. Emotionally, you may feel an unraveling, an unexpected softness, or even a quiet ache as layers you've carried for years begin to dissolve. Physically, your body may ask for stillness, for breath, for reconnection as it adjusts to a higher vibration. Spiritually, this moon carries a sacred instruction. Let go, realign, rise. It's not about forcing answers, it's about making space for them to arrive. This is your threshold. Your soul didn't stumble here by accident. You were meant to hear this now, to remember who you are, and to trust that transformation is not coming. It has already begun. If you feel the energy of this new moon, type "I'm ready" in the comments and like this video, subscribe, and join our spiritual family. The new moon is often misunderstood as an absence, an empty sky, a quiet moment. But in the realm of spirit, it is anything but empty. It is pure potential. It is the womb of the cosmos. Where the full moon reflects, the new moon conceals, not to hide, but to allow the unseen to grow. Just like a seed buried beneath the soil, transformation during a new moon doesn't shout. It whispers, it nurtures, it prepares. And this particular new moon carries a sacred charge that is far more than symbolic. It is energetic, encoded, and alive. In astrology, the new moon marks the union of the sun and moon in the same zodiac sign. The divine masculine and divine feminine merge, forming a cosmic alignment that offers you a clean slate. It's a reset, one that happens in the silence, in the space between thoughts, in the stillness between breaths. It is in that invisible moment that intention becomes creation. This is why the new moon has always been revered for setting intentions, for birthing new visions, for releasing the old in preparation for the new. And then there's the numerological power behind it. New moons tend to fall within energy portals, those liminal moments where the veil thins, time bends, and our inner world becomes more receptive. This particular lunar cycle resonates with the vibration of the number 8, the symbol of infinity. It is a number that does not end. It simply transforms. This tells us that what you set into motion now will ripple far beyond this moment. It will echo into the future. This is not a quick fix. This is legacy energy. Deep soul recalibration. The kind of shift that touches your destiny, not just your day. From a spiritual perspective, the darkness of the new moon is not to be feared. It is sacred space. It is the breath before the song, the pause before the dance, the silence before the revelation. Think of it as entering a temple, quiet, vast, and dimly lit. Inside this temple is you, your rawest truth, your hidden desires, your forgotten dreams. And the moon does not rush you. She invites you. She waits. She listens. This is also a moment when our intuition becomes louder. You may find yourself knowing things without logic, feeling drawn to certain people, messages or paths with no clear reason why. That is not coincidence. That is your inner compass activating. The new moon is like a tuning fork for the soul. It realigns your internal frequency with the divine rhythm of the universe. You're not being asked to solve anything. You're being asked to remember who you truly are, beneath the distractions, beneath the wounds, beneath the fear. In ancient traditions, new moons were sacred times of gathering, of ceremony, of renewal. They were not just about looking forward. They were about going inward, because all change begins within. If the full moon is the climax of a story, the new moon is its prologue. And the chapter you are writing now will set the tone for what unfolds in the weeks ahead. So when the sky darkens, know that it's not a sign of emptiness. It's a sign of power. When you can't see the moon, that's when she's working the hardest. Quietly, invisibly, she is aligning the heavens, and in that same silence, you are being aligned too. Something within you is awakening, something ancient, something divine, and it begins not with a roar, but with a whisper, a choice, a breath, a beginning. Now, sink into this space. You've arrived at a sacred pause in your day, where the noise quiets and the unseen begins to speak. The energy around you is not rushing, it's slow, intentional, ancient. It waits with the patience of the stars. In this stillness, the new moon becomes more than a phase. It becomes a mirror. It reflects not what is, but what longs to be. All that you are becoming lies inside this silence. You are surrounded by something vast and gentle. Though the night sky may appear empty, it is full of intention, full of possibility, full of whispered guidance. This is the sacred night when your soul and the cosmos stand face to face, not as strangers, but as reflections. You are not looking outward for signs. The signs have always lived inside you. The moon simply helps you see them. Notice the rhythm in your body, the subtle pulse that moves without force. That pulse is ancient. It remembers the moons of your ancestors, the wisdom carried in your lineage, the promises made long before you were born. Each beat brings you closer to the remembrance of your own power. Not the power of control or certainty, but the quiet, unwavering power of presence, of being here now in this exact moment. Let the outside world fall away, the opinions, the comparisons, the deadlines. Let them slip off your shoulders like a heavy coat you no longer need to wear. You are stepping into sacred space, and here nothing is required of you but honesty, not perfection, not performance, just truth. Pure, raw truth. What is rising in you is not random. It is the next version of you calling your name from beyond the veil. Bring your awareness to your inner sky, the space within where your thoughts, dreams and memories drift like stars. There is a message waiting there, glowing softly. Not loud, not urgent, but steady. You felt it before, in quiet moments when the world fades and something deeper speaks. That voice is back now, clearer than ever. It's guiding you not towards something outside of you, but back into yourself. Whisper these words inwardly, as if speaking to the oldest, wisest part of your being. I remember who I am. I remember why I came. I trust the unfolding of what I cannot yet see. Each word is like a thread, weaving you back into wholeness. You don't need to chase anything. What is yours will rise with the tides. The new moon holds no judgment, only invitation. It invites you to surrender, not in defeat, but in faith. The kind of surrender that knows you are not falling apart. You are falling into alignment. Let the affirmations become a rhythm now, slow and sacred. Speak them in the quiet of your heart, or whisper them aloud if it feels right. Not for the world to hear, but for your soul to remember. I am open to receive what aligns with my highest good. These are not just words, they are keys unlocking doors within you that have been closed not by force, but by fear. And now, in the safety of this moment, you hold the power to open them again. With every breath, you reclaim a piece of yourself. You are not broken. You are blooming, even in the dark. There is no rush here. Transformation doesn't require proof. It only asks for presence. In this space, under this new moon energy, your spirit stretches. It awakens. It speaks without words. If emotions rise, let them. If silence surrounds you, let it wrap around you like a cloak. Everything you feel is welcome here. Every doubt, every dream, every desire that's been buried beneath daily survival, it all belongs. And it is all rising now because it is safe to rise. The ritual begins not with objects, but with intention. Your energy is the altar. Your awareness is the ceremony. As you hold this space, know that your soul is listening. The moon is listening. And something sacred is responding. Now, the moment begins to deepen. You may notice a soft inner shift, subtle but undeniable. Like the tide moving beneath the surface, something ancient in you has stirred. The veil between your human self and your divine self has grown thinner. There is wisdom here, not outside you, but emerging from within. And this is where we begin the second part of this sacred unfolding. Imagine your intentions not as goals to strive toward, but as seeds already planted in the rich soil of your soul. These are not ordinary desires. These are sacred callings. They carry the echo of your highest self, and this new moon does not ask whether you're ready. It reveals that readiness was never in question. It was always within you, waiting for your trust. You don't need to speak your intentions loudly. You don't need candles or crystals or rituals carved from old traditions. If you have them, use them, but know that your breath, your awareness, your sincerity, these are the most potent tools of all. Let your intentions rise in their own way, a whisper, a word, a picture in your mind. Let them unfold like petals, gently, naturally. Now speak to them. Speak to your future as if it is already forming, because it is. This is the energy of new moon. It responds not to doubt, but to clarity, not to pressure, but to presence. You may say softly, "I welcome the path that honors my soul." Each phrase is a gentle unlocking, a soft opening of the doors you've kept sealed for fear of what they might reveal. But the truth is, your next chapter doesn't require force. It requires permission, and you're the only one who can give it. Feel the moon's energy like a silent companion beside you. She's not here to fix anything. She is simply present, as witness, as guide, as keeper of ancient rhythms. Her darkness is not void. It is sacred protection, like a cocoon wrapped around you, holding space for your transformation. In this quiet, you may feel the presence of your spirit guides, ancestors, or divine allies, not as visions, but as a knowing, a reassurance. They have seen every version of you, and they are still here, walking with you, whispering encouragement with every heartbeat. You do not walk this path alone. Allow your awareness to move to your heart. Feel into the center of your chest, not physically, but energetically. Imagine a small flame there, steady and golden. This is your soul light. It has never gone out, not even when you felt lost, broken, or disconnected. This flame is eternal. It is the part of you that remembers the promise you made before you entered this life, the promise to grow, to evolve, to return home to your truth. Now, gently fan that flame with your words. Speak to it. Bless it. You are safe here. As you speak, the flame grows, not into a wildfire, but into a steady, unwavering glow. This is your power, quiet, sacred, unshakable, not performative, not forced, just real. And now, let yourself be held in this energy. Let the silence embrace you like an old friend. No more needing to figure it all out. No more proving, no more pretending. In this stillness, the real work is happening. Your soul is shedding the layers it no longer needs. and the new moon is recording every intention written in your heart. There is one more thing to anchor this moment, a final remembrance. Say this to yourself, not as hope, but as truth. I am already becoming what I was always meant to be. This is the heartbeat of this new moon, not striving, returning to the self that knows, the self that trusts, the self that remembers. And when you rise from this sacred space, carry this with you, not as a fleeting experience, but as a seed now rooted in your spirit. You have made contact with the deeper current. You have stepped into alignment with the unseen forces guiding your path. And now everything changes, not because the world shifts, but because you do. The ritual is complete, yet it never truly ends. It lives in your breath, your thoughts, your choices from this moment forward. The moon will rise again. The cycles will continue. But you have been reborn in the silence, and this quiet transformation will ripple into every corner of your life. You were ready. You are ready. You always have been. The energy of this new moon is not gentle in the way a breeze brushes against your skin. It is gentle like an ocean wave pulling you under to reveal the treasure hidden beneath. It does not ask politely. It insists with a quiet authority that you stop pretending you are not powerful, that you stop making yourself small to survive in spaces never built to honor your depth. It does not whisper comfort. It echoes truth. This is not just another moon cycle. This is a divine appointment with your own becoming. An ancient force has returned to awaken what you buried to protect yourself. And now everything you pushed aside to fit into this world is rising to the surface with undeniable strength. Your truth can no longer stay asleep. The masks are peeling off, the illusions are shattering, and in their place something raw and real and holy is emerging. It is you, not the version sculpted by survival, not the version trained to be pleasing or safe. The real you, the one who remembers. This moment is not here to improve you, it's here to reveal you. The fullness, the fire, the depth, the parts you were told were too intense, too strange, too much. This moon is not interested in your politeness. It is interested in your essence. It's not asking for better behavior. It's demanding the truth, your truth. And the longer you deny it, the louder the ache will grow. Not because you're being punished, but because your soul is begging to be free. You were not born for ease. You were born for purpose. You were not meant to blend in. You were meant to break patterns, clear karmic lines, and stand where your ancestors could not. This is the moon of reckoning, the moon of return, and the truth you are about to uncover will not gently tap you on the shoulder. It will roar through your spirit like a storm breaking centuries of silence. You are not being asked to become anything. You are being asked to remember everything. The love that you've withheld from yourself, the voice you silenced to keep the peace, the wildness you dimmed to be accepted. It is all coming back, because this moon was always meant to strip away the false until only the sacred remains. This is the profound revelation. You are not waiting for transformation. You are the transformation. Your presence, your truth, your alignment with your higher self. It is not the result of the moon's energy. It is the activation of it. You are the ritual. You are the prophecy your ancestors spoke of. You are the one who breaks the chain, the one who walks barefoot into the dark and brings light with every step. And not because you never feared the dark, but because you stopped letting fear define you. The intensity you may be feeling isn't just cosmic, it is cellular. This moon speaks to the bones, to the blood memory, to the places in you that carry echoes of lifetimes, the dreams that never had time, the grief that never had words, the power that never had permission. And now, under this sacred sky, all of it is coming home. Nothing is lost. Nothing is wasted. Every shadow you faced, every silence you've endured, every tear you've swallowed, it all becomes holy in the light of your awareness. This is what the moon teaches. Nothing needs to be erased. Everything must be integrated. The pieces of you that you cast away, your anger, your softness, your desire, your grief, they are not mistakes. They are medicine. And this is the moon that calls you to gather those pieces, to place them back into your heart, not as flaws, but as fuel. This is not about healing so you can go back to who you were. This is about becoming who you truly are, free of apology, free of shame, free of disguise. This revelation doesn't come in fireworks. It comes in stillness. It comes when you realize that the love you've been searching for was never waiting in someone else's hands. It was always yours. The answers you've been chasing were never outside of you. They were buried beneath the roles you were forced to play. And now you are no longer playing, you are reclaiming. The rising intensity you feel in your chest, the lump in your throat, the ache in your belly, these are not symptoms to fear. These are sacred signals. Your body is catching up with your soul's knowing. You are being recalibrated, rewired, reborn, not to be something new, but to finally be everything you were never allowed to become. And when you understand this, truly understand it, you stop waiting for a sign. You become one. Your life is the altar. Your voice is the invocation. Your presence is the prophecy fulfilled. And all of it begins with this moment, with this moon, with this breath. You do not need to know what comes next. You only need to know that what you are feeling is real, sacred, and leading you exactly where you are meant to go. You do not need to chase clarity, because clarity is already rising through the silence you've chosen to sit with. The stillness you entered wasn't empty. It was fertile. It was alive with divine instruction. And now that you've allowed yourself to listen, truly listen, everything begins to shift. Not outwardly at first, but within the sacred architecture of your being. The parts of you that once felt scattered begin to reconnect. The pieces that felt lost begin to glow again. There is a new order forming, one led by intuition, not fear. This moon doesn't offer change through chaos. It offers change through remembrance. You're not starting from scratch. You're continuing an ancient agreement, one your soul made before your body ever touched this earth. You agreed to rise, to evolve, to clear the path for those who will come after you. And no matter how far you've wandered, this moon is the doorway back into that sacred agreement. Your heart is not confused. It is clearing. What once felt heavy begins to lift because it no longer belongs to you. You no longer need to carry what was never yours. The opinions, the projections, the limits placed upon you by those who never saw your full light. Under this moon, they dissolve. Because nothing false can survive the weight of your truth, and your truth is no longer quiet. This is the pulse of transformation, not a distant promise, but a lived reality. Your mind may try to make sense of it, to name it, to package it in something safe, but your soul knows that this is beyond language. This is movement. This is memory. This is sacred return. And even now, as your eyes blink open to this deeper knowing, the world may look the same, but you are not the same. You have touched something that cannot be unseen. You have remembered something that cannot be forgotten, and it will shape the way you walk, speak, breathe, love, create. You have been initiated not through rituals performed for show, but through raw, soul-led surrender. The kind that takes courage, the kind that breaks generational silence, the kind that turns pain into prophecy. This is your revelation. You are never waiting for the right moment. You are the moment. Your healing is not behind you. It is not ahead of you. It is happening now, in this breath, in this knowing, in this sacred unraveling of who you thought you had to be. Let this moon be the witness. Let this energy wrap around you like a sacred promise that you will no longer betray yourself to be accepted, that you will no longer shrink to stay safe, that you will no longer postpone your becoming. If these words have stirred something deep inside you, if you felt the call of the moon, the whisper of your soul, the quiet thunder of truth, this moment is your confirmation. You are not watching this by chance. This message found you in perfect timing, guided by something greater than logic, greater than circumstance. You were meant to be here. You've crossed through a spiritual threshold. Not everyone will feel this. Not everyone will understand it. But those who do, know. And if you know, then you are part of something sacred, a collective awakening, a gathering of souls who remember there is more to life, more to love, more to you. So I invite you now, from one soul to another, to stay connected. Like this video, if it resonated with your heart, share it with someone who may be walking through their own spiritual doorway. And most importantly, add your voice to this sacred space. Leave a comment and declare your readiness. Say, "I'm ready," or share your revelation. Because when you speak your truth, you light the path for others who are searching in the dark. You are not alone on this journey. There is a spiritual family gathering here, people who, just like you, are waking up to their power, their purpose, and their divine timing. And when we come together, the energy magnifies, the intention strengthens, the transformation deepens. This isn't just about lunar cycles or astrology. It's about something far more personal. It's about remembering that the universe is always speaking to you, always guiding, always aligning you with what is meant for your soul's growth, sometimes through joy, sometimes through silence, sometimes through challenges that feel like breaking points but are really breakthrough points. What you've experienced here today is more than inspiration. It is an energetic activation, a return to self, a spark that will continue to unfold in the days and weeks to come. Let it, trust it, and don't rush the process. This is divine timing in motion. Everything you've asked for is already forming in the unseen. Everything you've longed to release is already beginning to fall away. Your role now is to stay awake, stay aware. Continue saying yes to the moments that stretch you, soften you, challenge you, and ultimately elevate you. You have been called into alignment, not to chase a future version of yourself, but to meet the real you, the one who's always been waiting beneath the noise. And this is just the beginning. With every new moon, you'll be invited deeper into yourself. With every shift, the universe will keep asking, "Are you ready now?" And when you are, when you say yes, the transformation will not wait. It will unfold. So let this be your declaration. Let this be your turning point. Let this moment mark the chapter where everything within you begins to rise. Comment below. Share your readiness. Let us witness each other, support each other, evolve together. This is divine timing. This is sacred alignment. This is the energy of transformation, and you are exactly where you're meant to be.